wedding update sound.
There it is.
Yeah, less than a month away from the wedding, about 3 weeks away from the wedding, is probably a good time for me to decide that I don't like my dress, right?
Oh my. See, this is the danger.
Is this bad, Kelly?
Well, that's why you stop looking.
Okay.
You have to stop looking because that's what happens.
That-
You find something, I like this better, I think.
Stop looking for men. Stop looking for wedding dresses.
Exactly.
So here's what happened. They tell you that whenever you get a wedding dress, it's about like a 10-month-ish process, right? And to start looking early. One of my biggest fears was like, well, what if I change my mind, or what if style change? I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so back in, I believe September is when I went to go look for wedding dresses, and I spent a whole weekend going to a bunch of different boutiques with my mom, and we found a dress that I thought that I really liked. And the thing with like these bridal boutiques is that you try on these dresses, they have like really big sizes so that everybody can try them on, and they like clip them back so that they fit you to see what they would look like. And the dress that I found, I think honestly, I feel like I gaslit myself into thinking that I really liked it. Because when I first got it and tried it on, I was like, I'm sure I'll like it a lot more when it fits me, right? When I get it in my size. And then a few months later, I do get it in my size, and I'm like, I'm sure I'm gonna like it when it's tailored to me. And then I started having these fittings, and I was getting it tailored, and then I was just like,
not feeling it.
I was just not feeling it, and I didn't say anything. I didn't like tell my mom. I didn't tell anybody. And deep down, I was like, I just know that this. I was trying to convince myself that I felt good in that dress. And there's nothing wrong with the dress. It's a beautiful dress. I just didn't feel good in it. And
who was the first person that you told that you didn't like the dress?
So at my final fitting, whenever I was picking it up to take the dress home, and I had it on and I looked at myself in the mirror, my mom looked at me and she was like, you don't like it.
Oh,
she knew.
My mom knew.
Moms know.
My mom knew. And the thing was, like, back in September when I was looking for a very specific style of dress that I know I feel comfortable in, that I know I like, and we didn't find that. And so I think my mom knew, because she was like, since day one, she was like, I know that this is not the style that you were looking for. And again, there's nothing wrong with this dress. It's a beautiful dress. It just wasn't for me. And I think I was feeling really insecure about it. And I told you guys how I was like really nervous about my fittings, and like I was like really in my head about me fitting into this dress.
You weren't excited about it.
I wasn't
you were anxious about it.
Right. It was kind of bringing me anxiety and insecurities, and that until I finally realized that I'm not the problem. I think the dress was the problem.
Did you do, a lot of ladies do, Amy did you get a backup dress?
So I have like a dress, the one that I wore to my bridal shower. I've been calling my backup dress just in case like something happened, but it's not like an actual like wedding dress. It's just a really pretty white dress. Okay. But so whenever my mom and I went to go pick up my original wedding dress, and my mom just looked me in the eye and she was like, I know you don't like it. And I was like, I feel terrible. I don't know what to do. We're 3 weeks away from the wedding. It's impossible to get another dress. I'm not going to be able to pull this off. I'll be fine. I'll just wear it. Like, it's whatever. And my mom was like, you cannot feel insecure on your wedding day.
Yes.
So my mom, literally, we Googled bridal boutique near me. And we went to the closest bridal boutique, like where we were at that time. This was last week. This was like last Thursday.
Oh.
And we walked in, and there was these two girls working there. There was nobody else. And I was like, do you take walk-ins? They were like, yes, we do. And I was like, I'm in a crisis. They were like, oh my God, what's wrong? And so I showed the girl, her name was Hannah, and I'm calling her my little bridal angel fairy, because I showed her the dress that I had on my like original board that I had saved. And I was like, do you have anything that looks like this? She was like, actually, yes.
What?
And so she gave me this dress, and I tried it on, and I immediately was like, absolutely. Like, yes. My mom was like, this is the one you've been looking for. This is unbelievable.
Wow.
And so
God's working.
Yeah. Right. And so then the girl Hannah was like, okay, so we don't have it in your size, and it's going to take a couple of weeks to order it. Ooh. And you're going to be cutting it really close. And I was like, okay, what can we do here? What can I do here? She gave me the name of like the very specific dress. So I called every single bridal boutique in the Metroplex asking if they had this dress, right? And then there was this one boutique that is about 45 minutes away from me, and they were like, we don't have it in store, but we can get it and overnight it. So I said, they're like, can you come today to get measured and we can figure it out? I said, absolutely. I flew 45 minutes down the highway, and I was like, I'm on my way. So this was on Friday. And they measured me, and it was like, they were like, we need to get this in before 5 o'clock so that we can get it here next week so you can have time to get it tailored. All of this stuff. I was like, oh my God.
Oh man, I'm stressed out.
I know. I know. And my mom and I were like, oh my God, this is such a thrill. We were like, I was like, it costs. I was like, am I gonna pull this off? Like, whatever. And so then they were able to at the second bridal boutique, they were able to order it. They were like, okay, we'll expedite it. It'll hopefully be here, but with like shipping and things like that, we're not 100% sure. But just we'll see what happens. It's like, okay, so yesterday I got a text that said your dress is here.
Oh, nice!
Yes!
Wow.
I was like, I'm on my way. I went and I picked it up. I put it on. I started crying because I was just so happy.
And it fit perfectly?
It fits perfectly.
Wow. Yes!
And I was like, my mom, I was like, I cannot believe we pulled this off. I cannot believe we pulled this off. So a friend of mine recommended a tailor that is very, very graciously going to help me with the length. That's all that it needs because it fits me perfectly. It's just the length. But I'm so happy about it and I'm so excited. And Ryan was on his bachelor trip this past weekend, so he didn't know anything about this. And so I told him yesterday, I told him the whole thing, and he just patted me on the head, and he was like, as long as you're happy. And I was like, oh my God.
That's not his headache. That's your
The
headache.
crisis was over.
Yeah.
He patted you on the head.
He was like, as long as you're happy.
That's what we do. We're dudes. We're like, hey, okay.
But,
And you know what else we do? Like, I wasn't there, babe, but I got your back.
But I got your back. I got your back.
So what are you going to do with the original dress? Are you
So-
still going to wear it like for the rehearsal or something?
Let's
No,
burn it. No? Okay.
Burn it.
No, since it's never been worn, I am able to sell it to a boutique as a one-of-a-kind dress.
Oh.
Since it's tailored already, but it is technically a one-of-a-kind dress, but it's never been worn. So I'm able to sell it to a boutique.
What
which
if
is
Justin
great.
wears it as a flower boy?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we could turn it into
There's,
like some
there's,
sort
an,
of...
gonna wear
there's
that.
an idea. There's an idea.
There's an idea.
How
Definitely
much
an
will
idea.
you lose hundreds of dollars on it?
What?
Will you lose hundreds of dollars on the
By
dress?
selling it back?
Yeah.
No, it'll actually be pretty okay. It'll pretty
Okay.
much get my money back, which is great.
So if you want to buy Anna's dress that she doesn't want.
So,
Yeah.
so
It's a beautiful dress. It
Yeah,
just was
just not for Anna.
not just not the dress.
the
for me.
only thing needed now, so it fits perfectly, is just the length of the dress.
Yeah, and I'm taking
that's
it today. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it'll all be ready.
It'll all
And
be
is it
ready.
at your home already?
Yeah.
The dress? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to like share all the story once I had it all figured out.
Right, yeah.
But
Anna got her dress again.
You got me stressed out.
we got like 20
I'm not-
days to go.
Yeah.
Man.
Lord have
I ain't lying, man.
So there's my midweek update.
Well done. Anna did it. She did it.
Yeah.
There it is.
So shout out to any brides that think that they can't get a wedding dress a month before the wedding. You can.
Boom.